Do you know what today is? It's Sunday, meal prep Sunday. So let's get going. Today we're gonna do a big meal prep. I'm looking to do some grain bowls this week. Follow the starch solution. So we're gonna be doing some rice. So I've gently rinsed some basmati rice. And I'm gonna put that actually in my Instant Pot, which I have over here to the side. And going to add equal amounts of rice and water, which I learned in the Instant Pot. Going to set it to to seal. Going to put it on. We are all set. Going to hit the rice button and let that go. So now I have my oven. It's preheating to 400 degrees because I'm going to roast some veggies. So on my grain bowl this week, I'm going to do some potatoes, which are already cooked. I had some left over, and the rice. So I like to layer different days, do rice, do potatoes. I'm going to put in 2 beets. So I think on this tray, I'll do my harder root vegetables. So we'll do our beets on this tray. And then I have a couple of sweet potatoes that I'm going to put on. And I'm just going to dice them up. I'm going to leave the skins on because I don't mind the skins. But feel free if you don't like the skins. And you know what? Didn't introduce myself. My name is Vicki-Lynne. This is my channel, and this is Cooking Vegan with Vicki. I'd like to show you quick, easy recipes here on my channel. Most of them are starch solution compliant. Some of them are not. My husband doesn't do the starch solution, so I do a little bit of both. And if you're liking that or you're looking for recipes for that, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the hit the like, and then hit that bell icon and put always so that you're always notified every time I upload a new video. So I'm just gonna dice my sweet potatoes fine, just because I'm putting them in as my toppings on some of my grain bowls, or we're gonna have them as sides during the week, or not our sides, my main, but I do like them just to be a little bit smaller, so they're just a nice fine dice. Helps them with cooking. And then I'm also going to cut my other root vegetables. So the other ones that I'm going to be using today are some tricolored carrots. They were so nice, they're organic, and they're from Trader Joe's. I'm going to be making salad additions, so we're going to be doing our salads and some of our salad toppings. That way everything is prepped, ready to go, and all you have to do is when you get home, you don't feel like cooking, you just open everything up, everything's ready to go, and you just pick and choose. And that way you have a variety for the whole week. You're never going to get sick of eating the same thing because you're going to do different things different days, but everything is prepped and in the fridge, and you have no worries whatsoever. Unless, of course, you're in New Orleans and your power has gone out and things go bad. But again, there's still people in New Orleans that don't have their power, which is pretty sad at this point. That's for you, Jill and Tyra. I know Sandy has hers, so we're good there. Yes, so New Orleans is our favorite place. We have lots of friends and we go there all the time, and whenever we can. All right. Right, so we're just gonna put this on our pan. I think I have a little right there. All these little pieces. Put those right up there. I'm not gonna put any oil in them. That's why we're cooking them at a higher temperature, because we want them to caramelize so that they're delicious. Move those over. And I think for the beets, since my other ones are a little bit smaller, I'm going to slice those. And then we'll take the peeling off later. Okay, so now we're gonna do our carrots. So I've just washed these. These ones are organic. Just gonna put this all over here. Aren't those beautiful? Look how beautiful those are. Just love it. Those are gonna be so nice on our bowls this week. Just gorgeous. So now the carrots, again, we're gonna cut them. So I think I'm just gonna do greens. About a half an inch or so. Just see what can fit on here. You know what would be really nice too? If you have kids, you have a little crinkle cutter. That would be so cool. And they're all ridgy. Gotta make your food taste beautiful and look beautiful. Makes us want to eat them more. And that's what we're all about, healthy eating. So here on my channel, I do vegan recipes, which you're kind of probably figuring out that by now. And I just like to show people that eating vegan is one, delicious, and two, the majority of my recipes are all very quick and easy. We don't want to spend a lot of time, but we want to have a lot of flavor. So we're just going to get these carrots in. There. There we go. So I think I'm going to put those on there. I actually don't want to crowd my pan, so I think I'll put this on the other pan. And then I'll just have to check it. Other thing I have is I have some asparagus. I'm only going to put half in the oven. My husband wants me to just pan fry the other half. So now with asparagus, you can either just check it and it breaks, the natural break. But for the most part, I do a couple and then I just go with the other ones. So these ones we're going to put in the oven. I'm going to do that on a separate pan just because they're a little bit more delicate. And the same thing with some cauliflower. So I'm going to do cauliflower and broccoli, roast it, which is delicious, but I'm also going to do some raw to top off the salads during the week. And again, that's what, same vegetable done two different ways. It's giving you a lot of variety because you're obviously going to get different tastes. We're going to season them different. You can make some lovely salads. Now, if anybody has any suggestions, leave me some comments below. If you have any great recipes you'd like to share with me that are a starch solution, I know there's so many great people out there that I watch with fabulous recipes. And it's super interesting, like everything that we come up with. But this is just a kind of plain Jane this week. Meal prep. Just something simple, easy, and a lot of these vegetables too, if you're storing them correctly, they will last you a week or so. So I only prep a little bit of my romaine at a time, usually 2 heads at a time because during the week I do intermittent fasting, so I don't normally have breakfast. So when it's lunchtime, it'll be lunch and then supper, obviously. And then we're gonna do some broccoli. I like the stock. Okay. Super easy. Okay, so fresh broccoli, almost done. There, broccoli is done. Okay. I've also cleaned some nice little grape tomatoes. They're multicolored and super fresh. Alright, well, that's all ready to go in the oven. You know what? Sorry. I'm gonna add a little onion to my sweet potatoes just to give it a little bit of flavor. And because I have an onion up. I love onion once it's roasted. It's delicious. It's sweet, not abrasive like it is when it's raw. Much easier to digest. Just do half moons. So now we're going to put these into our oven at 400 degrees, and we're just going to keep checking them for their doneness. I think the hard root vegetables will be about 40 minutes, give or take, but we will check them, and the broccoli probably 20 minutes. Maybe I'll just put my handful of these on top of my vegetables. It won't take long for the asparagus, so I just laid them on top. I'm gonna get my romaine soaking, nice and crisp. So technically, the right way to do romaine is by tearing it apart with your hands. It takes longer for it to brown. Just because, I guess, with the metal on the knife, you learn something new every day, right? There we go. Second head. Now we're just going to let that soak. Now on to our mushrooms, our radishes, silly me. So I'm just going to cut them in half and then slice them. I'm also going to leave a few whole ones because we do like to snack on those. But they're delicious in salad. And I just like to make everything really colorful. So, you know, we have all the rainbow colors of the rainbow this week. Our red and our greens, our yellows, our purples on our So I didn't add seasoning yet to my root vegetables. I want them to start to soften a little bit, and then I'll sprinkle a little all-purpose seasoning on them. So our radishes are done, which is great. That's another one. There we go. The rice just went off, as you can hear. Now we're going to move on to our yellow peppers, and that's just the peppers I had. I bought like a pack of tricolor, and this is what I have left. So I'm actually just going to cut these up for toppings for our salad, and I like mine to be chunky. You cut yours any way that you like yours. Hasn't taken long at all. Now I have a cucumber I want to use up, so I am just going to cut this up to put on our salads or snack on it. cut them just to make them look more festive. Oh, look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? I know, right? Little crinkle cutter. Just make your food look and taste beautiful. There we go. So that's all ready to eat. Last couple things I'm going to do are some mushrooms. So I am actually going to slice up some mushrooms for our salads. Excuse me for talking and chewing. And then I'm actually going to fry some of my mushrooms up to have as my side during the week with my potatoes. I love mushrooms, cooked mushrooms. They're so delicious. And especially I cook them with a little balsamic vinegar. They are lovely. Okay, so now our mushrooms are all done. And I'm actually going to saute some cabbage up. I love green cabbage sauteed. Okay, I'm going to take a chunk off this. And I'm just going to slice it up. Take this rib out. This rib is thick. I want it to be tender. And we're just going to slightly slice it. And we're just going to braise it or pan fry it. A little bit of water and some seasoning. It's delicious. And so this would be another side to go with my rice or my potatoes. Just a little bit more. Okay, so we are all set. We're gonna go over to the stove now and we're going to fry up the rest of our mushrooms and we're gonna braise our cabbage and get that cooking down. Okay, so we're gonna get our pans are on high. Put a little bit of water to get everything going. I'm gonna put the mushrooms in here. Super easy. Gonna add a little salt and pepper. If you're not doing salt, leave it out. I will be doing a non-seasoning salt with my cabbage. I just like a little bit of salt to help the mushrooms release their juices. And I'm just gonna do pepper for now, and then we're going to finish it off with a little balsamic vinegar at the end. Our other pan is going. For this one, we're going to put our cabbage in here. We're just going to pan fry our cabbage, cook it down till it's nice, soft, and tender. So now that it's wilted down, what we want to do is we're going to let it brown a little bit. We want it to get that caramelization going. So we're not going to add any more water. We're just going to kind of leave it, let it start browning up, and we'll add a little bit more water to get the browning off the bottom of the pan. Okay. Now we're going to turn off the heat. Just going to add a couple of drops of water. There we go. Exactly what we want, nice and brown, adding it some more flavor, caramelizing the cabbage. So here's our raw veggies. Look at all the colors. And then we have our cooked beets, our cabbage, mushrooms, sweet potatoes, carrots. We have our potatoes over there. We have some raw cabbage. I love this purple cabbage. I still have some raw asparagus, not sure what I'm going to do with that. There's our roasted broccoli and cauliflower. And there is our rice.